Hello everyone. It has certainly been quite some time since I have posted any videos on here at all. Believe me, I have tried to film videos, but every time I sit in front of the camera, I have no idea what to say, even if I have a video all planned out. I don't know if it's been an anxiety thing or what, but I have just struggled with the process of sitting down and filming a video. Or I will have filmed a video and then I go to edit it and then I hate it, so then I just never finish it. That's what it's been like for the past several months of me attempting to make videos and then pushing it off and then pushing it off and then pushing it off. At least that's part of the reason. The other reason is I've been super crazy busy. For today's video, I wanted to make a 2024 recap, recapping everything that happened this past year, as well as talk about 2025, what's to come. I will see if I can film this video in one take. Holly is napping, and that's really the only time that I have to film a video. So if she manages to sleep through all of this, then great. If not, then I will film the rest another time. So I am going to start with recapping 2024 and recapping everything that happened. I feel like I have been so disconnected from YouTube. I've been on Instagram a little bit, but still not a whole heck of a lot. There are a lot of things that I haven't shared, and there are a lot of things that I will briefly touch on, but not go into detail about, because some of the things that happened, it's not really my place to tell. Anyway, I'm rambling. So 2024, there was a lot of health things that happened in 2024. For one thing, I was recovering postpartum at the beginning of 2024, which was physically and mentally very hard on me. I definitely struggled a lot, but as time went on and as Holly got older and got better at sleeping through the night, everything just kind of gradually improved. I did have a couple of instances where I had to go to quick care this year, or urgent care. I can't remember exactly, but it was sometime in the spring I had started getting an irregular heartbeat where my heart would beat normally for a few beats and then it would pause and then like skip a beat and feel like it would be popping out of my chest. It was one of those things that I noticed but just kind of shrugged it off because it wasn't happening very often. But then I noticed it more and more as it started becoming more of a regular thing. It was starting to concern me. It was making it difficult to fall asleep because constantly my heart was skipping beats. So I did go to quick care to get an EKG. Long story short, there really wasn't anything wrong or anything anyone could do. It was just one of those cases of the human body's weird type of situations. As time went on, it did eventually stop, and I haven't had that issue again for the rest of the year. Another thing that I had to go to urgent care for was I had a lump on my armpit. It was not a cancerous lump, it was an infection. I don't know if it's TMI, but it was disgusting. It was huge, and I had to go get it lanced, not once, but twice. The first time I got it drained was horrible. It hurt so bad, And obviously they didn't get everything out because it reformed a few weeks later, so I had to go back to urgent care and get it drained again. The second time they did it so much better. They numbed it properly and they completely drained it out. They used a saline to flush it out just to make sure it was all out. And I haven't had it reform again. I do still have a scar there from where it happened. That was not a fun experience. Another thing that happened this summer, I'm not really going to speak about, but I will just keep it very vague because it's not my story to tell. But there was a cancer diagnosis in our family, not amongst me or Dan or Holly. It was in our family, and so far everything is going okay. It was definitely a shock, but so far everything is going well as far as treatment. And that's all I'm really going to say about that. And then later that summer, we all got COVID. I believe it started with Dan, and then he spread it to myself and Holly, and then my mother got it because she was over babysitting, and both of Dan's parents got it because they had come over to visit. So that was horrible. And that was Holly's first time being sick, and it was so hard, not only taking care of her while she's sick, but also being sick while taking care of her. I promise I'm almost done with the health stuff, but a couple months later, we got sick again. I believe it was just myself and Holly. We both got sick with some sort of bad cold. It wasn't COVID this time. Not really sure what it was. I ended up having this lingering cough that just lasted for, I want to say, like over a month, maybe even 5 or 6 weeks. It lasted a very long time. And then Holly ended up getting a double ear infection, so she had to spend 10 days on antibiotics. That was the last thing that happened health-wise. It was quite a year for health issues. I also want to talk about our home. I haven't really talked about our new home very much. I can't remember what I've even said on here, but back in September or October, we bought a new trailer and we moved in beginning of November, and I ended up giving birth 10 days later. Ever since then, the house has been completely messy and in shambles, and we just have not had the time to do a proper cleanup at all or do any sort of projects at all. The only project that Dan did before Holly was born was replacing our door for our bedroom. Instead of a regular door, he put on a sliding barn door just to save on space. And this summer we bought a shed. It's a very nice, large shed. There's so much room for storage, which has definitely helped our situation where there really isn't a lot of storage in our home. Something else that happened towards the end of this year, I sort of got a new job. I wouldn't say it's a brand new job. I'm still at the same store that I have worked at for over a decade, but I've switched to a completely new department that I had never done before. And so far, I have pretty mixed feelings about it. I do enjoy it, but there are a few things here and there that I wish I could change, but there's only so much that I can do as a part-time employee. We didn't really go on very many trips at all this year, obviously because of a new baby. We did take Holly to Bar Harbor this summer for the first time, and Dan and I also traveled to go see AJR in concert. That was our big trip of the year. Everything else was local. We didn't really go anywhere. I'm hoping that for this year and beyond that we are able to travel more, because there are lots of things that I would like to do and that I would like Holly to experience. And we do have some stuff in the works, but later on down the line. I will briefly touch on Holly's milestones. It's so crazy how much changes in 1 year. A year ago, she was literally a smiling potato. She didn't roll, she didn't move, she just kind of laid there and was just learning how to smile at us. And now she's crawling like crazy, she's babbling like crazy, she has a couple of words. She's also nearly pulling herself up to stand. That's where she's at right now. She's 14 months old. We're not walking yet or cruising. We're working on pulling up to stand. She's also learning how to communicate. She knows a few signs like for more and all done. She claps, she plays peekaboo, she waves. It's really fun seeing her grow up. The next thing, the cats. The cats are doing fine. We did lose one of our cats this year. Georgia passed away this past summer. It was a long time coming, but also it didn't really make it any easier. At the beginning of the year, we found out that she had kidney disease, and she did fine for several months, but then once July hit, she just really deteriorated, and I knew that the end would be coming for her. It was definitely one of the hardest days of my life. I still miss her every single day. Patches was here right before I started filming. He decided to get up and leave, but Patches is doing fine. Winry is doing fine. They don't really get along all that much. Patches likes to play. Winry does not like to play. It's kind of sad that Patches doesn't really have a cuddle buddy anymore. He and Georgia would cuddle together all the time. Winry isn't much of a cuddler. The cats also do really well with Holly. Georgia did really well with Holly for the short amount of time that she knew her. Patches is probably the best with Holly. He tolerates her so much, and Holly absolutely adores the cats. She likes to chase them around. She likes to lay her head on top of Patches. It's really cute, like giving him a hug. And she's been really good at being gentle with the cats. But she still does get overexcited, so she'll get rough if she gets too overexcited about the cats. Winry is a little bit less tolerant of Holly, but Winry doesn't lash out at her. She just walks away from Holly. Holly is still sleeping. That's pretty amazing. Now I am going to talk about goals for 2025 and what to expect for 2025 and answer some questions that I have gotten throughout the year. One of my biggest goals for 2025 is to start dancing again. I used to do a few shows each year, and I completely stopped throughout most of 2024. I did do a couple of small dance shows, but my body just was not ready for it. But now I feel like I am mentally and physically ready to get back into performing in dance shows. There is an audition in February. I am planning to go and see if I make it into this one. I'm really excited about this. I hope I get in. We shall see. We are planning to do a lot of cleaning of the house in 2025. We've done little bits and pieces here and there, but I really want to start cracking down and focusing on cleaning the house. I think mainly for this year, we will focus on the living room and the kitchen. Those rooms aren't too bad. If we could get into the bedrooms, that would be great. One of the last projects will be our office area. That area, I don't even want to go into the room. It's so bad. There have been stuff just sitting in boxes for over a year because some things just never, we didn't really get the chance to unpack everything because I had a baby. I also would like to take more adventures with Holly. I love going out and doing things with her. It's so much fun, and I think now she is getting a lot older, it'll be a lot more fun, and she'll understand more of what's happening. Right now it's January, it's too cold to really do anything. Yesterday it was like 2 degrees, it was so cold. Once we get into spring and summer, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to bring her to an amusement park for the first time. I'm really excited about that. People have asked me, and I will answer this question. Am I going to have any more kids? The answer is maybe. As far as having any more kids this year, no. We are not planning to have any kids this year. We are still pretty up in the air as far as if we are going to have another kid. We're both leaning more toward yes at this point, but it's a matter of when we'll feel ready. Right now, we just want to enjoy being with Holly. Now, as far as YouTube goes, will I be coming back to YouTube, or will I just be more sporadic about it? The answer is I don't really know. I did set myself a goal to post 1 video per month this year. I think that is a doable goal for me. I don't think I can do much more than that. As far as what kind of videos to make, I really don't know. I'm sort of just feeling it out and seeing what I feel like, what type of video I want to make. Sometimes I get more in the mood to do vlogs, and then other times I'm more in the mood to do sit-down videos. So it'll probably be a combination of both. So that is about it. I am super surprised that I was able to do this in one take. Holly is still asleep. Thank you guys for being super patient with me. I know it has been so long since I have last made a video, and I am very glad that I managed to finally put a video out there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!